Hat Yai. Let's go to Hat Yai and Superporn. Super, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Uh,
เดี๋ยวอาจารย์พูดต่อแล้วนะ
Walk through life. Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting.
ไม่หมายถึงว่า
Move along to
ได้
the
ยิน
song
ไหมว่าเขา
singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? And you wanna make it last forever. Just keep it together, 'cause it keeps getting better. Yeah, it keeps getting better.
Well, while they're doing that, that was the best opening video we've seen. It was such a happy workplace, and Shaq, you're in two places at once, Thailand and Frankfurt. Very impressive.
yes.
Also impressive that all the operators were women. And it begs the question of what's the transition? Our entering class of cardiology fellows has gone from all male to this coming year, it's 7 out of 8 of the people are women. So there's clearly been a change in the field around the world.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning, Frankfurt. Good afternoon from Thailand. I'm here with Jara, Pai, and nurse team and anesthesiologist team from Prince of Songkla University. And I also have Lily from Thammasat University and Waragan for Queen Sirikit National Institute of Child Health, and also Guy from Chulalongkorn University and Pediatric Cardiac Surgery Foundation. And today we have ASD case, so I will let our fellow introduce the case for you.
Okay, the first case from PSU is ASD device closure.
Yes, a 44-year-old
Right.
female have the problem of progressive dyspnea. She has a problem of the symptomatic PVC and mitral valve prolapse with the MI-MR and received the metoprolol. And the clinical examination show the saturation is good, 100%, and systolic ejection murmur get through at the parasternal border. Okay. And ECG is just normal sinus rhythm, no atrial fibrillation, and the chest X-ray show cardiomegaly with the increased pulmonary blood flow and enlarged PA trunk. Yes, and the transthoracic echo show the ASD second arm about 24 millimeter and the pressure gradient about 52, and the mitral valve prolapse and with the mitral regurgitation, and the E-prom is about 11. And so for today, we decide to close this ASD, so we will move to the TE right now. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Supha. This is the record from the transesophageal echo. As you can see, this is the tricuspid valve. It not have the tricuspid valve regurgitations. For the mitral valve, it a little bit prolapsed, but not have the mitral valve regurgitations. So for the ASD, in the 0 degree, as you can see, the size was around 25 millimeter. And so go to the 40 degree, the size was around 78 millimeter. And for the 70 degree, the size was 22 millimeter. For the 100 degree, the size was 19. For the 120, the size was around 17 millimeter. For when I do the 3D, you can see that the shape of the ASD was ellipsoid shape. For measurement of the largest and smallest size was around 17 over the 28 millimeter. Yes, it's all from the transesophageal echo.
John, what size device do you think for that 28 by 17?
Yes.
Well, at least that. The question is, what device are they going to use? That would be.
But also, you need to know the hemodynamics, because we're talking about patient having pulmonary hypertension, aren't we, from the presentation?
Chest x-rays certainly look that way, but I don't think we've heard. Does the patient have pulmonary hypertension?
For the hemodynamic data, we got the mean PA pressure about 23 millimeter mercury.
That's not that
the
much.
QPQS 3.3, RP to RS ratio 0.07, and the PVRI 1.9 wood unit per meter square.
Thank you.
Supra, from 3D reconstruction, it looks like an oval shape device with the two measurements coming from 28 to 18. So how do you calculate the
Right, Super.
size to be used?
Super, if you could hold on, we've got, yeah, that's it. We had mix up with the pictures. We had you talking in China on the screen.
Okay, in Chinese.
I can speak China.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, carry on.
For this patient, we had two issues. In the first one, patient had a mitral valve collapse.
Okay.
And we patient have a mild
Super, sorry.
mitral
Super, sorry. Can we come back to you in a few minutes? We just need to go back to China for, is that all right?
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, sorry about this. Right, we'll go back to Jianan. We'll go back to Hat Yai.
I will.
Super, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you. So
Okay.
we back to the patient that 28, 25, 19, and 17, which is an ellipsoid shape.
Yes, from this patient, I will summarize this patient again. Patient had a mitral valve collapse with my mitral regurgitation, and now we measure the LV EDP is only 9 millimeter mercury. And patient had a oval shape of the ASD. The maximum diameter is 28 centimeter, and the smallest is 17 centimeter.
Millimeter.
So,
Millimeter, sorry.
so pulmonary hypertension is not an issue, so you don't need to think about fenestrated device. Zahid, based on the measurements we've got so far, any particular suggestions for a type of device and size?
So, Super, this is a good case. Thanks, Jack. I think you need to get the average diameter. If you were to ask me, the measurements they had were 17 by 28, if I remember correctly.
16, but yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, so I think this is one patient where you do want to balloon size, so to get an average diameter off before you choose a device.
Okay, so balloon size. John?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, balloon size, but also you have a deficient retroaortic rim, which makes your orientation during deployment very important too.
Mario?
Yeah, everybody agrees that balloon size is going to be useful to decide what the size of device to be used. Yeah, because there is discrepancy between the two planes, 17 to 28. So you have to make it round eventually to decide what the size of device to be used. So I do believe that balloon size is still useful. Supra, what do you think?
Sorry, show of hands, those who would balloon size this defect. Okay, and those who would select a device without balloon sizing. Yeah, it's a touch and go.
Yeah, Didi,
50-50.
if you don't balloon sizing, based upon these two measurements, what size of device you're going to use?
It depends on what company you're going to be using, but the widest dimension is 28. Like as the comment you made earlier, we have round devices for ovals.
Yes.
The biggest fear is always what rim are we not going to cover, and so that's why we go oversizing, if anything.
Okay, Teji.
Yes, my side is that I don't do balloon sizing in this patient. In the maximum diameter 28, so that is a key measurement of that device selection. I will put in one size bigger because it is an oval shape, so the only two choice, 30 or 32.
So,
Thanks,
can
Teji.
I add something?
Can we find out what
Sure.
device choices they have? Do we know what's available?
Yeah, we'll come back to that. So Zahid, go on.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the general premise for these type of cases is that if you choose the diameter of the device that is equivalent to the largest diameter, i.e. 28, you cannot go wrong. The problem with that comes if your shorter diameter is in the short axis view, when then you are really, really going to impinge upon the aorta. So I think averaging by balloon size, I hate to balloon size. I don't like to balloon size, but in this particular situation, we do need to balloon size.
Okay, there was a question back there, or
Here it looks left ventricle is slightly restrictive, so should we prefer fenestrated device?
no? Well, EDP was 9, LV EDP. So, and PA pressure was mean of 23. So, neither of them support a fenestrated device. Super. What have you decided? Ignore all the
Yes.
suggestions.
Yeah, I keep Teji's suggestion, yes, because in PSU we also don't do the balloon sizing. We rely on the shape of the ASD and also the perimetry. From this view, look like the shape is a oval. So most of the time in adult with the oval shape, we select the size which is 2 to 4 millimeter larger than the maximum size. And also, so if this case, we're gonna use like the 30 millimeter. And Pi also do the perimeter measurement of this thing. So it looks like the circumferential is around 22. So if 22, I think 30 should be large for this kind of lesion. We can go 28 or 30, something like that. But we select the 30 because we see some movement, a little bit of the IVC. As you see in the screen now, Pai, can you
Okay.
and
So,
please-
which particular company device are you using then? 30 millimeter what?
we're gonna
Now-
use
now
the
we-
Cocoon ASD septal occluder.
Yeah, we will show the device. The device from the cocoon has a central centering, self-expandable like this. And this device that Ajahn said, we shoot the 30 millimeter. Yeah, we see the device in the LA, this is 44. And the waist, you can see here in the 30. And the LA, this. The length is 4 millimeter, you can see here.
Any comments about softness of the device?
Yes,
Yes.
comparing the softness with other device, Cocoon is very soft. Yeah, comparing to the Ampasser and also the Occlutech. But the good thing for the softness is about the case of erosion.
Yeah.
Supra, the softness is rather subjective, isn't it?
Correct, yeah. Zahid?
Yes, I'm just going to ask this question. This is really bothering me. If the total average diameter they are measuring 22, how did they choose 30 millimeter device?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to scientifically make sense to what we are doing here. If your average diameter there by their own measurement is 22, what makes them choose a 30 millimeter device?
Much of it depends on whether you balloon size or not. Carlos, is that Carlos or no? Or is it? I can't see.
Dr. Support,
Sup-
Jill, can you hear us?
Yes.
I would like to recommend you to use 32. Yeah, because of some parts of the septal is a little bit soft. And 38, I think for the Cocoon 30 device size is a little bit too small.
Okay, interesting, because that will make Zahid set fire to himself.
Yeah.
Suport has suggested 32 device rather than 30. So you can go and set fire to yourself outside, I think. Okay, super, carry on. Let's speed you up a bit.
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn Support, because on our shelf we have only 30. So I think we need to try for the 31st. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's an easy choice.
Yes. Yes. Indeed, device has made from platinum coat, nitinol white. I think this one has advantage to use, and now we prepare and loading the device in the sheath.
What French sheath is required for the 30?
Yeah.
12 to 14.
12.
Yeah, 12 to 14. And in this case, we use the 12, yeah.
I will help this device.
And the sheath,
For the
Okay. Yep.
sheet is 12 millimeter from
Yeah.
cocoon.
12 French.
Yes, and yes, cocoon have CE approval and is widely used in Thailand. And for the erosion rate of the cocoon is just very near to zero, yeah, and very good in the successful implantation, yeah.
Okay, so you've already got the sheath in place.
Yes, we
Yes.
put the sheet in the left upper pulmonary vein, yes, and we use the angle of the LAO cranial a bit to make the plane of the ASD is in the same plane with the interventricular septum, and we use pigtail as a marker. This is very useful if
So-
for the newcomer for the ASD.
So you carry on. So let me just ask Zahid, if you were balloon sizing, and if the balloon waist is around 25, 26, then what size device would you be choosing?
26. There is no 25 available.
Okay, no, I'm giving you the diameter.
It's 26. But my point is, I think if you are using devices that there are 20 sizes, there is a reason. When you use a self-centering device, there is a reason there is 1 millimeter increment per device, because that means you are increasing the risk of having some sort of injury to the tissue. So that's why we just preemptively picking 8 millimeter larger device when it's a self-centering device, it's not a good idea.
Okay. Is that Joseph?
Yeah. I just wanted to make a comment that there are some elegant studies out there comparing the three-dimensional echocardiography, balloon sizing, and then device size. And clearly it says that if you have a TEE 3D measuring the largest diameter, then the balloon size is actually 2 to 3 millimeter bigger than that when you balloon size the same device, same defect. And then people tend to use even then 2 to 3 millimeter bigger device for a question of safety. At least a couple of studies clearly shows that, and it shows that there is still a confusion out there to decide on what is the size that you go for.
Yeah, that's 30 years later, we're still none the wiser by the sound.
Yeah, that's right.
Carry
Well,
on.
another observation I'd like to make is that it's not just the measurements, it's also the consistency of the rims. If you have a floppy rims, you're likely to use a larger device. If you have a stiff, a very definite rims, well, in this case, probably balloon sizes doesn't make any difference because the hole is there. But if the rims are floppy, you are going to use a larger device.
Okay.
Well, in this case, looking at these pictures, looking at the transesophageal echo, to me, the device looks very much oversized, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah.
super. You were very quick. So talk us through again.
Yes, we put 30 millimeter ASD inside the patient, and as you see, Lily just one attempt to open the left atrial disc and then fix the waist as the ASD, and then open the right atrial disc. As Mario said, it looked like we oversized a bit in this patient. I'm gonna check for the waist for your guys. It looks like the waist now is 18 here.
Just 18.
How about the other view, Spike?
Looking at this
Oh,
device,
during-
there is a little bit of a wire bias, so it's tilted towards the aorta. Do you ever try to change the tension on this to see the residual juts?
Yeah, but Super, can you show the fluoro? And if you're going to do measurements, probably the fluoro measurements should be more accurate of the waist.
Well, I think that the flow, the residual flow you're looking at now is due to the fact that the two discs are not closing one together. They are opening up because the device is oversized. So the flow is going in the middle of the device.
Yes.
Plus the fabric. Plus the fabric, I agree with Mario. Plus the fabric, when you constrict, fabric is, for example, 30 millimeter device. When you constrict that, the fabric now is also redundant, so the flow will be there. That doesn't mean device is undersized in any way, shape, or form.
So quick measurement of that waist, and then you've got to decide what to do.
Yes. So to size gonna measure for the size a bit, yeah. But for me, I think this is a bit oversized for me. Yeah, look like the shortest is stronger than the largest. Yeah.
So how are you going to make a decision about the next size? Just downsize or balloon size?
I maybe reduce the size a bit. Now from the waist, it's about 26 millimeter. From the NGO, as you see on the skin.
No, we don't see the measurements.
Well, actually, in my opinion, if you measure the waist there, this measurement more or less is equivalent of the balloon size.
Yeah. So here the waist is 20. So what?
20.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Amal.
super. This is Amal. I just wondered why the left disc is not fully expanded. Can you see the left disc is a bit squeezed or something?
It's
I don't
probably
know
squashed,
why it's
isn't it?
not. Yeah.
Yes. Because it's too big, yeah. Bushra, yeah.
So the device looks too big.
Bushra, quick.
So device looks too big. You know, scientific numbers and things, calculations, we would have gone for 28. If you look at the 2D color or as an average, or you look at the 3D as an average, 22.5 millimeters, we would have had 20 or 25%, depending on how much rim was missing. Probably 20%, and we would have, or 25, we'd have gone for a 28 or less device in any case to begin with, using those calculations without the need to balloon size. But the issue here is I'm wondering whether, because this really does look wrong, this device, and the LA disc is sitting proud, and sometimes it's because you've got the limited rim and a small left atrium relative to the size of the device, you actually haven't rotated it enough and bring it down to sit correctly flush with the septum. So I wonder whether that's part of the issue. But it really does look oversized, and according to my calculations, I would have gone for a device smaller.
Okay, Pablo, is it? Or I can't. Your microphone. Try again. Or use one of the desk ones if you could. Oh, nearly fell. Yeah.
Courage?
What waist 2D? What waist that 2D?
Can't hear.
16 for 17.
Oh,
Can't hear you.
can't hear you unless you want to do run down.
Asking about the pigtail.
Run down somewhere. Yeah, try it now.
Sorry?
Pigtail.
Check.
Where?
My question is that LA disc doesn't look to be good, and other question is what is the importance of putting the pigtail in the LV while putting the ASD device? We are not using like a pigtail putting in the LV as a landmark.
So you would use a pigtail where?
Pigtail doesn't, if the LV EDP is normal, remove the pigtail while you are putting the ASD device.
And okay, what would that do to you?
We're not using the pigtail as a landmark. The super told that putting the pigtail as a landmark.
Oh, I see. I'll have to ask Super in a minute. Yeah, so go ahead. Another question.
Yes, I don't think it's the right size. The size I think is okay. It's the wrong shape. Look at the tip of the left side. It's deeper than the borders, so they are not in a good shape. I will take it out and plate it again.
Okay. All right. So Super, we need to make you move on a bit. So you've had all the comments from everybody about oversizing, not aligning with the pigtail, not aligning on the left atrial side. What are you going to do?
Yes, for me, I think it's the place supposed to be good, but because the device is in between the septum. So to me, I will try a bit one more time to recapture and realign of the ASD device, this device again. However, if it still remain in this shape, I will go maybe because the size now from NGO is just 21. Look very surprising me. And also from the 3D, I just measured just around 17. So it's quite small for me. Yeah, so we will try this first, and if it's not work, maybe I may go 26 or something like that.
Okay. All right. So you carry on, and I'll just check. Amjad, I think I had it.
Just
yeah.
one
Can I
question.
share a bit about the?
Go on, Super.
Yeah. For the alignment. Okay. For the alignment, yes. Is not the same, but I think the alignment is in the same direction. So I think it's okay. It's just you need more LAO if you want it's in the same plane. Yeah, in very large ASD, you may need for the LAO more than 30 to be like 45 or something like that to make it in the same plane.
All right. So you that doesn't look any different to me. So what are you? What's the LVEDP? Just out of interest, now that you've got the pigtail in place.
Just 10.
Still the same. Okay. All right. Amjad, yeah, go ahead.
Most of the device is in the LA.
Bit nearer or louder.
Most of the device is
Yeah,
in the
so-
Can't hear you.
Be closer to the microphone.
Move the
Can't hear
microphone
you.
to your mouth because we can't hear you.
I think most of the device seems to be in the LA. There is problem of alignment. You take the sheath back and leave the wire and then see again.
Okay.
Jacques,
Yeah.
we're not going back to basics. Here we are.
Oh, yeah, Raoul.
And balloon size it. And
Nah, that's old-fashioned.
yeah, well, fashion guy.
That's
But
old-fashioned.
The other thing is you have to take into account is that the delivery cable is really stiff in the Cocoon devices. So perhaps you could just get away releasing it, and it will be it will self-centered.
One of the things I don't know if Shiva's not here.
Well, from the point of view of the cost, balloon sizing is much cheaper than using two devices.
But one of the things that Shiva or somebody does is puts a bigger sheath and a snare which grabs the device, release it, and you're holding on with a snare. And then you can decide about tension and relaxation and so on.
And you use another device.
And then you do use another device, yeah. All right, Super, yeah, go ahead.
Just one.
Look like after we try, now the shape is a little bit improved. Yeah, look like it's flatter than previous one, as you see here. Yes, and I will let I check for the position of the septum between the device. Is okay or not?
How does it look on? How does it look on fluoro? If you could magnify and take a acquisition. Oh, look, looks a bit different.
Want to do a proper wiggle?
Can you magnify that at all or not?
Magnify what?
The fluoro.
Fluoro big, right?
Yeah, zoom in.
No, zoom.
And Shaq, it looked previously that it was
That's it.
actually the device was caught on the aorta and the superior wall of the left atrium. That's why the disc wasn't sitting flush. So that's why I mentioned about the realignment. And this looks a lot better, but I'm not clear we've caught all the rims clearly.
Can you do a proper wiggle, and then we see whether the rims are caught?
Okay, so let's make the echo big and do the wiggle.
Can you measure the waist now? Because it looks much bigger now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, the nitinol is trying to regain its own shape, so it's stretching the tissue. So what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the longer you leave it, the better it's going to look. Okay.
Yes,
because
becoming flat
our
by
brain is going to
itself.
get used to this. It is clearly oversized device. I mean, I think for the sake of the patient, I think this device should be removed and an appropriate size device placed. But it's again up to the operators what they want to do.
Yeah, and also to some extent in the US you can afford 2 devices. In other places around the world they can only afford 1. So you can't be that dogmatic, really. Yeah. So Super, what are you thinking now?
So now the device waist is about 26 and a little bit flatter. So I'm happy with that. I will check for the echo whether it's grab all the rim or not. That cause it's flatter. So Pai gonna do the live TE for you to check for the grabbing of the device. Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that soon because we're way behind.
For the light TE, as you can see from the 0 degree, it's very difficult to see the posterior limb of the.
Yeah, I'm really wondering about the right atrial disc. The posterior side of the right atrial disc may be in the left side.
Well, either that or it's pushing the septum further. It depends on whether you've caught it or not.
Yeah, I look like this view is look like it's flatter because it's not well grabbed of the posterior rim. Yeah, and angio show is already go to the left side. Yeah.
Echo too.
Okay, so I will try to deploy one more time and check.
So if you take the color off and try to do a biplane of that image that you have, we can see you crossing and capturing both rims at the same time.
And you don't want to deploy. Yeah, I was just going to say towards the right upper pulmonary vein.
Yes, and now we move to the right upper pulmonary vein. This is start from the first, that is, I retrieve the right atrial disc and then I rotate the device to the right upper pulmonary vein to make it align with the atrial septum, and I open for the right atrial disc. Look like the shape is.
And that looked, on fluoro anyway, it looked a bit better.
Yes. Now the shape is look a little bit better, flat than previous one. And could you check for the TE pi?
Okay. As you can see, this is 0 degree again. Be honestly, I think that I can see that the posterior limb is between the device. However, I still be that the device is a little bit bulky and have the trivial flow. It's a small flow. It's more than trivial. At the AV limb, as you can see this one. But the rim is still gapped between the device too. I move to the chart axis view. Left limb is okay, but the posterior actually is okay too. Yes?
Yeah.
Quick question. Presumably AV valves, mitral, tricuspid, they're okay, are they?
Okay, I will see.
Very quickly. Yeah, they are okay.
It's okay.
Long way away. Okay. So Pai, if you had to tell Super what to do, what would you say? Release the device or reposition it?
I think that is for the echo is okay. All limb is okay.
Okay.
It depends on you.
Oh, I think it look okay to release now. Yeah, look like the all rim is grabbed by the device and it's flat now.
Yeah. Okay, quick question.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick comment because the temperature of the probe is 40 and all of us can see the degradation of the image quality is lower, much lower than before. So if you can hold the probe, pose it a little bit to calm down, to cool down, then the image quality will be better. And then start by the bicaval view and then do an X-plane. In that case, you will see better for the rims whether they are covered by the device on both sides or not.
Okay.
Because that happens a lot.
Probably a transthoracic check for this posterior rib is not without interest.
I don't know. Yeah, what were you saying? Can't hear.
Transthoracic check of posterior rim.
Oh, transthoracic echo, yeah.
With interest before releasing.
Okay. Okay, super. We're way behind, so tell us what you're going to do now.
Yeah, for me, I'm a little bit look for this TE view. Yeah, this is a little bit different plane of the atrial septum. So I think this is what the explains of the why the device is bulgy. Like you see, one of device is attached to. I go to the lower. Yeah. Yeah, look like at the above. Yeah, there are some septum, and from the below, yeah, there are another, yeah, septum here. So I think this is why it's explained that it's not well grabbed at the first, and also make the device bulgy at the first time. But now I think it's okay because it grabs all the rim that's supposed to grab by the device, and the device is sits very well, not seeing the residual shunt.
Okay, so are you thinking of releasing now, or what?
Yes, I think we are happy to release now.
Okay, let's do that.
No wiggle?
Mm-hmm.
No wiggle?
No.
No. It can. If you want, it can.
Yeah.
I think it's it well.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Thomas was asking, I think, Thomas, about wiggling or not.
Yeah, I believe that after releasing, it's much device, the position is we're getting much better because most of the angulation is coming from the rigidity of the cable.
Yeah. And there you can see the angle change or axis change of the device, can't you? So very quick look, Pipe.
Okay, now it's
Pipe, a very quick look of all the views.
Okay, sir. As you can see, this one is a 0 degree. Device may become chip back to the normal plane of the atrial septum. The posterior is okay, around here. And the AV valve limb, it should be around here. Okay. And for the valve, it's not have regurgitations.
And 45 degrees?
Okay. Posterior is okay in the 40 degree. Aortic limb is okay. For the bicameral view, here. The SVC and IVC is gravel. And the residual chance is less to trivial, I think.
And very quickly, what's the waist of the device now, if you measure it?
Well, the appearance of the device is much better now.
Yeah.
But probably the bad appearance was at least in partly due to the angulation, due to the stiff wire for releasing.
And just for, yeah, it's 24, so that looks good. All right, for Zaid's benefit, what size device did you use? Super?
Yes?
What size
Oh,
device did you select in the end?
30. Yeah, 30.
Yeah, it was just
and
because
we change the angle and make it better.
Yeah, it was just because Zaid had forgotten what size it was. Okay, super. Thank you very much indeed for that interesting case.
Yeah, thank you very much, CSI, Shaq, Mario, and all the panelists who give the PSU an opportunity to be part of your very exciting conference. Yeah, see you next case.